Look at a keyword called friend and how it is useful. We are going to see how it is useful. So in order to use friend keyword, what we are going to do is we are going to create a class outside of this main function. So let's go ahead and do that class, and I'm going to put the name as Stankfist, and create a curly bracket, and inside of this one I create a public and a private variable. Okay, let's do that. Public public function and a private function. Okay, now in the public I'm going to put something like Stankfist, and then curly bracket, and I'm gonna also introduce a variable in private. Let's go ahead and create the private, and inside of the private function I'm gonna create a variable called integer stinky variable. Okay, now what's the use of friend? That's what this is all about. What's the use of a friend keyword? Friend keyword is like when you have a class, and if you have a certain function inside of the class, and if you want to access it outside of the class in another function, that's when the friend is useful. So to do that, I'm going to create a function outside of the class, because we want to use something from the class in the outside of the private function, in order to make in order to show how friend works. So I'm going to go ahead and create the class outside, void, and let's name the class let's name the private function name as stingy friend, and I'm going to put Stankfist, and it can access memory location as well. So I'm going to put ant. If you put ant, that's a memory location of the SFO. SFO is basically for stingy friends object. I would put the keyword SFO just for the stingy friend object. So here what we are going to do is we are going to copy this one from here and paste it on the private one. So Ctrl C, Ctrl V. Here we have void stingy friend, Stankfist, and SFO, and I'm going to put it as friend. Okay, so here basically we are going to access something from this class to this function. So inside of this function I'm going to put inside of this function I'm going to put I'm going to actually create an object. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, so yeah, we have the object of a stingy friend object. So I'm going to connect that one with the stinky variable, and equate that one to 99. And also we want to see what's going on, and we want to see how the stingy variable changes. So we want to see this one on the screen. To do that, I'm going to put a cout statement, and then stingy friend object dot stingy variable, and then end line. So once you have done that, we are good to go. The only thing we have to do is we have to create an object in the main function. So I'm gonna delete this thing. These are not necessary. So I'm gonna delete both, and then I'm gonna create an object called Bob. Stankfist. Let's name the object as Bob. And here I'm gonna call the stingy's friend function. Okay, make sure you have the same name. So I have to put S here, and then stingy's friend object, and then Bob. Okay, so basically what we are doing, we are creating a friend void stingy friend, and then we have in the parentheses we have Stankfish and SFO. We are passing that, we are connecting this is in the class, right? If you don't have this friend, you cannot access these things in the void function at all. So to make the connection, we are using the friend, or that's the only way possible. That's why the friend is useful. So once you have used that, then we can go ahead and change anything, like we can put sfo.stringur and equate that one to like certain number. Here I equate that one to 99, and when we print this one sfo.stringur, we created in the private, we created this stringur variable in the private function. If we don't have the friend, we cannot access that variable at all. There's no way possible unless you use the friend. So we were able to access this variable and change the value of the variable, and we can print it out on the screen. That's the purpose of this tutorial. That's how the friend is useful. Now if we build and run this one, okay, we are getting an error. I'm getting an error. Public, what is the error? Public does not okay, probably name mistake, pub. Okay, now let's go ahead and compile and run. Stankfish. Okay, the semicolon at the end of the declaration. Public. Yeah, I had to do one more thing right here. First I have to equate stingy variable to 0 right here. So stingy variable is equal to 0, because we want to see the change. So if I introduce that one is 0, then here we can see it's changing to 99. So I put stingy variable 0 and then semicolon. Okay, now let's go and execute and run. Okay, friend void expected. Okay, there should be a semicolon after this. Let's build and run. Okay, now it's perfect. Now you can see it was 0. By the help of friend, we were able to bring it to void and change the variable's value to 99. And that's the point of friend. Like you can use a variable from class and bring it to a function outside of the main function, and you can do anything with that. That's the point of friend. And I hope you guys find this video helpful. Thanks for watching. See you guys on my next video.